I love to learn. I love to grow. I was asked the other day, I thought a terrific question, because I do love learning. A person said, John, what is your favorite way to learn? Now, I can tell you in my growing years of life, I've gone from different ways of maybe being favorite ways to grow and learn. And there was a time when I just loved listening to a good lecture that would teach me something, somebody that was smarter than me, and I could take good notes. And I still love that way of learning. I loved it when I could be in a classroom. We could have some discussion, and I could learn that way. I fell in love with reading books, and so I would read books and I would learn that way. But if you ask me my favorite way to learn, here it is. Nothing is more fun to me than to get, 3, 5 people maybe max that are really just good in an area. They're just good in a certain area. And we get together and we spend a couple, 3 hours just talking about the subject that they're good in. So, for example, if I'm with people that are good communicators, I just love to sit for 3 or 4 hours and chew on communication. I mean, throw that subject out and just be like a puppy chew. Just chew on that thing. And one person talks a while, another person talks, and what I've discovered is that's my favorite way of learning. In fact, here's what I know. You give me 3, 4 people that are really good on a subject, and let us get together and discuss it for 3 or 4 hours, and it'll be the quickest, the most effective, and the most rounded way of learning I can pull together. Because I get enough adversity and difference in opinions and yet skill set being strong that it's going to take, and wherever I am, it's going to make it so much better. So here's the challenge I have for you. In my book on thinking for a change, or how successful people think today, I talk about shared thinking and the value of getting a few people together and to talk about something that's vital. You know I love to ask questions. And so how I direct conversation is by asking questions. I ask a question in the area that I want to talk about, and away we go. And here's what I know. You take any thought that you have. Just trust me on this. In fact, I want you to try this out. Take something that you think is just a good thought. I mean, maybe you've spent a couple of months thinking about it, working it. It's a good idea. It's a good thought. Whatever that is, work it to its maximum until you think you have just taken that thought and just wrung it out. I mean, you have got that baby down good. Then get 3 or 4 people to sit with you for a couple of hours and share with them that idea. And say, give me your thoughts about that, and let's see if we can improve what I'm thinking. I'm going to promise you something. Every time, not most times, not usually, every time, within 30 minutes, you'll have thoughts about that idea that you never had before. They'll improve it in ways that you could have never improved it. In fact, you'll say, oh my goodness, they've taken me so much further than I could have gotten by myself. You see, I made a huge mistake in my early years as a leader. And probably this mistake was grounded in the fact that I wanted people to think that I was a good thinker. So if I was working on an idea, I had a tendency to share it with nobody and to hold it and massage it and work it until I thought it was really good. And then I would say, now, here's what we're going to do. And instead of what do you think we should do with this, I would just kind of basically go top down. And what I discovered was that they had better thoughts than I did. They had different perspectives. They had a whole different context of the issue that I even had. What I discovered was this. The quicker I take a good thought to other people, the quicker it becomes a great thought. And if I hold it for myself, it can be good. But a great thought is the result of several good thoughts put together. And that can only happen when you bring other people together. So my favorite way to learn is to sit in a room, maybe around a dinner table, 3 or 4 good thinking people, and we together chew the bone. I mean, we chew on the fat of the subject until we've exhausted it and made it the best possible way. Try it. Try my experience. Trust me. If you do it, you'll find that other people always lift you higher.